Welcome to this in-depth exploration of Natrum Sulphuricum, a fundamental remedy in homeopathy. Also known as sodium sulfate or Glauber's salt, this remedy has been in use since its discovery by Johann Rudolf Glauber in 1658. It is particularly beneficial for individuals with a hydrogenoid constitution, characterized by heightened sensitivity to damp environments, such as those living near water bodies or in basements. With its wide-ranging applications for both physical and mental ailments, Natrum Sulphuricum is an essential component of homeopathic practice. Natrum Sulphuricum is prepared through a meticulous process of trituration and dilution. The base substance, sodium sulfate, is finely ground into a powder before being diluted in alcohol or distilled water. This potentization process, which involves serial dilution and succussion or vigorous shaking, enhances the remedy's therapeutic properties while eliminating toxicity. Depending on the patient's symptoms and sensitivity, homeopaths use potencies ranging from low, like 3x, to high such as 200C or beyond to ensure both safety and efficacy. At its core, Natrum Sulphuricum functions as a drainage remedy, aiding in the elimination of excess fluids and toxins, particularly after illnesses like fevers or infections. Emotionally, it resonates with individuals who suppress their feelings, often appearing reserved or melancholic. These individuals are typically serious, responsible, and more focused on practical matters than interpersonal relationships. They may also have a deep sensitivity to music, which can evoke strong emotions, including sadness and a tendency to weep. Respiratory disorders, effective for asthma, especially in children, bronchitis, and coughs aggravated by humid weather, often with green phlegm. Digestive issues, relieves diarrhea, especially in the morning, accompanied by flatulence, liver congestion, gallstones, and an aversion to fatty foods. Mental health helps with depression. Suicidal thoughts, often restrained by a sense of duty and emotional numbness following grief. Skin conditions, treats eczema, warts, and watery blisters that worsen in damp environments. Musculoskeletal pain, alleviates rheumatic joint stiffness, back pain, and sciatica exacerbated by damp weather. Headaches, persistent pressing headaches localized at the occiput, which worsen in damp weather but improve with urination. Ocular symptoms, burning sensation, photophobia, and dim vision, especially in bright light. Gastrointestinal issues, nausea, sour eructations, vomiting of sour mucus, and alternating diarrhea and constipation. Joint pains, shifting rheumatic pains worse in damp weather with stiffness and swelling. Emotional healing, addresses suppressed grief, irritability, and a tendency to self-isolate despite internal distress. Consider Sarah, a 45-year-old living in a damp basement. She suffers from asthma that worsens during rainy seasons, morning diarrhea, and persistent melancholy following her divorce. Her skin erupts in rashes and she feels emotionally disconnected. With Natrum Sulphuricum, her asthma improves, digestion stabilizes, and emotional healing begins, helping her reconnect socially and regain vitality. Effectiveness across different groups. For men, it's suitable for workaholics with suppressed grief, chronic gonorrhea with thick green discharge, or post-traumatic arthritis. For women, it helps with postpartum depression, irregular menstrual cycles such as late or scanty periods with colic, and yellowish-green leukorrhea. For children, it's ideal for asthma triggered by dampness, nightmares about water, or learning difficulties following head injuries. Peculiar and confirmatory symptoms, sensitivity to dampness. Symptoms worsen in humid environments. Yellow or green discharges, thick greenish mucus from the eyes, nose, or wounds. Joint pain, shifting rheumatic pains that worsen in wet weather with stiffness and swelling. Emotional healing, ideal for those experiencing suppressed grief, disappointment, or betrayal, helping to release pent-up emotions. Mental symptoms, depression, suicidal ideation, and strong sensitivity to music. Headaches worse in the morning after mental exertion or in damp weather. Respiratory symptoms, asthma, bronchitis, and pneumonia triggered by humidity. Digestive symptoms, diarrhea, flatulence, abdominal pain, and jaundice. General physical symptoms, yellow, watery discharges, a sensation of brain looseness, and splintering diarrhea. Differential diagnosis, distinguishing from similar remedies, Natrum muriaticum versus Natrum sulphuricum. While both address suppressed emotions, Natrum muriaticum is linked to salt cravings and prolonged grief, whereas Natrum sulphuricum emphasizes water retention and sensitivity to dampness. Pulsatilla versus Natrum sulphuricum. Pulsatilla suits individuals who are weepy and seek comfort, whereas Natrum Sulphuricum is for those who isolate themselves despite emotional turmoil. Arsenicum album versus Natrum Sulphuricum. Arsenicum album addresses anxiety-driven perfectionism and burning pains, while Natrum Sulphuricum focuses on fluid retention and suppressed emotions. Thuja occidentalis versus Natrum Sulphuricum. Thuja is commonly used for ailments linked to vaccinations and gonorrhea, but lacks the distinct dampness sensitivity of Natrum Sulphuricum. Complementary and antidotal relationships. Complementary remedies. Pairs well with Thuja for warts and psychosis, and Arsenicum for debility and exhaustion. Antidotes, camphor or Nux vomica, can counteract potential overdose effects. Natrum Sulphuricum is a vital remedy that bridges physical and emotional healing. Its ability to regulate fluid balance, alleviate chronic ailments exacerbated by dampness, and support emotional resilience makes it a versatile tool in holistic care. Whether addressing persistent headaches, digestive distress, or deep-seated emotional wounds, this remedy provides comprehensive relief tailored to individual needs. Disclaimer: this guide is for educational purposes only and should not replace professional medical advice. Always consult a qualified healthcare provider before using any homeopathic remedy.